Good morning, guys. I'm Trish with Unique Me 303 Healing and Empowerment. I'm hoping that you guys can see me okay because it's kind of dark in here today. I even turned on some lights and stuff, and I don't know why it looks so dark because the sun is shining. So you would think that it would be shining in here, but for whatever reason, it's only shining in one room and not in this one. So, real quick, while I was shuffling the cards for today's Ascension Messages, I don't even know what today's date is. Crap, or what? I didn't even think to look at that. November 25th. This will be for November 25th, 26th, 27th. Yes, 27th. So, 25th or 27th. Anyway, but before I forget, I wanted to give you guys some extra messages that had came out, and I wanted to read those to you. Stay the race, don't quit now. There's going to be a lot of challenges, tougher times ahead for twin flames, for everybody, but specifically I was told for twin flames that just came into union, and then there's going to be a lot of triggers. There's going to be a lot of like adjustments that need to be done, the figuring out the dislikes and likes of your twin flame and things like that, and finishing up like healing past things that need to be healed so that you don't carry them over into this union. Okay, and then for those who are already in union, perfect alignment of gifts. So I take that as meaning exactly what it says. Perfect alignment of the gifts that you guys have, working together, being more in sync with each other. Yeah, and I'm just seeing like this light, like both lights, the masculine and feminine energies coming together and building a light and it going up. So just the coming together, and it's really kind of giving me like this flutter in my heart. So it just feels like it's a really intense energy. However, I know those of you who are already in union understand a twin flame relation or union relationship is kind of a crazy one anyway. If you guys are seeing the bruise, that's from blood work that I had done the other day. Anyway, my whole body's bruised up from that fall on this side over here. But so the other thing was sun gaze, the sun shining, connect with it is the exact words that I heard. And then you are love and you are loved. So it's time for us to accept love from people and to be more loving to people. I've been challenged with a lot of triggers lately and about money and about rejection, feeling rejected in so many different ways. And it's just crazy how it's been, but I've really been working on those. So make sure that if you're being triggered by somebody or something that somebody says or does, that you are taking a look at why that triggered you. So I had to take a look at this whole money thing. I'll just use as an example, take a look at the money thing, and had to go back and find out why is it bothering me anytime money's mentioned or we go to the store together or whatever, because it's not something that's really bothered me much in past relationships. However, whatever it triggered me, it did. And I meditated about and I seen for, a lot of different things, but it has mostly to do with my childhood and being raised without a lot of money and always pinching pennies and things like that and never having money to save. Like those things, I grew up believing it's always going to have to be that way, or it's always going to be that I'm having to pinch pennies or what have you. But that's no longer the case. It's that is changing in my life, and it's really hard for my human to adjust to that. So, however, it doesn't seem like it'd be something hard to adjust to, but it really is. It's a fight between the human and the spirit, and I've been really going through it with things like that. So, if you're being triggered, just make sure you're doing whatever you can to take a look at it, because if you don't, you're going to keep spiraling in this cycle of trying to figure out why you keep having these triggers. And just take a look, meditate at that time that it happens or soon after that, and get to the root of the issue then and there. Okay, because it's going to keep repeating and keep repeating and keep hurting you until. So while I was shuffling the cards, meditating about this reading and asking for guidance and stuff, a couple of the fairy cards came out, and I literally feel no connection to, well, I felt a slight bit of connection to it, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling like that's not what this card is about. Maybe that's just my human thinking that, because like I said, 432, look that up. I'm going through all kinds of things. But anyway, it's a number 37 card, and this is Tabitha of the Waters, or yeah, I think that's what it is, of the waters. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm just getting a calmness, like people having like a calmness about them, like people contemplating and meditating and seeing how they can bring stillness into their life. It has something to do with stillness and calmness is what I'm getting. But let me read and see what this has to do with in the book, and then we'll get on with it. Nick's at the store, and he'll probably be coming in pretty soon, and I won't be done with my reading, so you guys will probably hear him. I apologize if you do, but hopefully he won't be too loud. Tabera of the waters. This is emotions, serenity, meditation, gracefully accepting change. Of course it is. Water is mutable, changeable, fluid, and Tabera speaks to us of a particular kind of change of emotions, and possibly a change in health. We have important choices to make about how we meet those changes and where we let them take us towards the calm. That's where I was getting the calm from. Flowing purity of the fairy waters, or in the boiling cauldron of hot temper and steamy emotions. So this is about those triggers that are going to be coming up, or that are already coming up. Just like I said, take a look at those things when they come up and try to get back to that stillness. Try to bring yourself back to those peaceful, calm thoughts and actions, because acting out of character, which is, it's not a bad thing when you do those things. That's a human thing that you need to let go of, an egoish thing that needs to let go of. However, like, you can avoid some more pain if you just don't act out in those ways. So by praying and meditating and find out, give me awareness, ask for awareness, ask them to give you awareness when you have these triggers, that they are triggers, first of all, so that you can know exactly then and there, I need to meditate about this. I need to seek guidance and find out, where is this coming from? Because it really probably has nothing to do with the person that's triggering you. Usually it doesn't. It's going way, way deeper and way farther back than that. But the choice is obvious, but we can sometimes forget that we have it. Tabera reminds us that we do have a choice, and making it wisely or unwisely determines our future. The things we need in life remain constant no matter what is going on or how hectic the changes and pressures are in our lives may be. We need nurturing and love, and it is ultimately up to us to provide that for ourselves. The healing fairies will help us if we ask them to. Yeah, I kept getting like these messages as these triggers were coming up, to just be myself, meaning like the good self, the part of me that's loving and kind and compassionate and what have you, and not to be the way that I am seeking to heal and not be. So when I raise my voice, that's something I absolutely hate when I do that. When I start to have anger, I don't like that. So I need to get to the root of, why do I have these angers and why do I have these feelings and stuff. So this is a 4/4 card, Lies of the Shadows, and I feel like this is about coming up and out of some kind of darkness, or for some of you, some kind of darkness. And then I'm also getting that, like, people are really starting to have enhancements to their gifts, or either starting to see their gifts. It's like about seeing things for what they really are. And I'm hearing the words emotions again, so it might have something to do with the emotions, with, like this card does, getting back to that stillness and that calmness and that peace. Yes, I heard. And if we add the 4/4 together, that's an 8, and it's about infinity, abundance. And I'm hearing emotions again. So it's something about the emotions coming to, or getting balanced out, or centered, or something. But let's see what this card has to say, because I don't know this one very well either. I'm just reading the energies that I'm getting off of it, which is what you're supposed to do. However, I'd like to know what the cards are about. Healing the shadows, addictions, bondage, and self-esteem. Lies of the Shadows. Ultimately, Lies is trying to help people develop true self-respect and self-esteem, but she has to start much further down the scale of idealism than that. She tries to inspire practical help for those who need it most. She is the inspiration for the first wobbly steps taken by the damaged soul toward healing. Her presence in a reading indicates that something that had seemed lost and fixed in that loss is now open to healing. Someone is ready to begin, with help, the climb out of the inner mire. There is hope here, and a need for loving kindness tempered by practicality. If you call on Lies for assistance in helping another, she will always give it, often by encouraging that person to be receptive and others to also be helpful. She also has time to support those who have time for others. Okay, so that's what that card's about. I am going to just get some confirmation cards for these. For the first one, the Tabera of the Waters, please give me A confirmation card for this card, please. Okay, just the top one. Inspiration is the top card that I was told to take. That's a number 12. I feel like there's a balance between the practical and the impractical, or the spiritual. I feel like the inspiration is coming from self. Like you're starting to see that you have this like really heightened awareness about all of these egoish things that are coming up, and the shadow side of you that keeps coming up to be healed, and you're finally starting to feel some type of balance, or you're moving into like a balance, and starting to feel more inspired and passionate about your life purpose, and moving more forward with confidence in that. I'm also getting a lot to do with the emotions again. I'm seeing a lot of crying, a lot of yelling, or people getting loud. Try really hard to not get into that energy. I know it's hard because I've been there. I was there all day Saturday having issues, and it really caused some problems. However, it also helped me to be more aware of what these triggers are doing and why they're there. So it's okay. But I just feel like a lot of 1111, a lot of people are being triggered right now, but there's a lot of balance coming in. Inspiring some of you are inspiring your twin flame or your soulmate through you being so aware of your triggers and healing them instantly, taking a look at them instantly, and not sitting in the bullshit. I'm feeling like a lot of love is being gained by people seeing you do that, even if it's not your twin flame or soulmate, but people seeing you heal you and your ego is really bringing people being inspired by you being inspiring to other people is what I'm hearing. Okay, yes. Yeah. People see your emotions healing. Lies of the shadows, please. A confirmation card for lies of the shadows, please. People are starting to see major shifts or major changes in people's lives that are, on this path, on this ascension journey, and are really starting to ask questions because they're going through these things too. A lot of you may have been triggers for people. Am I supposed to take this card? I heard no, but it is bluff, in case anybody wanted to know. So some of you may not be taking somebody's bluff, like somebody's trying to call bluff on you and you're not going for it, is what I'm getting. Am I supposed to take any of these? Okay, I was told yes. This is Secrets, and that's a number 8 card. Let me just see what I'm getting off of this. I'm hearing something to do with the master alchemist and alchemy, like the healer starting to understand that they are an alchemist, or by them transmuting energy back into love and light, or healing people. They're starting to see that they are an alchemist. That's what that is about. And it's about transmuting lower energies or higher vibrating energies back into something different. So a lot of you are needing to work with like symbols, is what I'm hearing, something to do with symbols and numbers. But some of you are starting to find out secrets of, it seems like, I don't know if it's like past stuff about, hold on a minute. Let me dig a little deeper into this. I feel like this has something to do with conspiracies and maybe like events that have gone on in the world in the past, and people are like digging deep into these conspiracies. Some of you, okay, this is really hard for me to talk about because I don't get into conspiracy theories anymore. However, there was a period in my ascension journey when I did, and it was necessary. Okay, if that makes sense. It was necessary to bring up that crap and the chaos and within myself and my beliefs and stuff, and so that I could heal that. So some of you are in a state of like seeing different things for what they really are when it comes to like conspiracy theories and stuff like that. However, some of you might be moving out of being into the politics and conspiracy theories and seeing that we are the light that is going to change all this stuff. The chaos is happening now so that the peace can come. Okay. Others of you are starting to realize that in all religions or all religious texts, there is truth and there is falsities, and you're starting to see those things, but you're starting to understand that taking what you believe to be true and using that discernment of spirit from all of these religious texts will help you on your journey that you're on now, the ascension journey that you're on now. For others of you, I'm hearing this is secrets coming out about the person you're in a relationship with, maybe secrets about them being gifted. It could be secrets about them cheating or having somebody else that they're, involved with. It could be so many different things, but I'm hearing this has something to do with a romantic relationship and secrets coming out. Okay. For some of you, this is finding out that you are a twin flame and starting to feel that connection and starting to question the whole thing, the whole experience, the whole journey. Okay. I'm told to go to the Moonology cards. What messages do you have, please, for November 25th through 27th, 2019, for all individuals already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, please? We're already 15 minutes into it, and I've only read 4 cards. That's really weird for me, but okay, I guess it was meant to be that way. Somebody says yes. What messages do you have, please, for November 25th through 27th, 2019, please? I keep hearing the 28th, so I guess I'm going to change that to the 28th. 25th through 28th. They must know something I don't know. What messages do you have, please, for November 25th through 28th, 2019? Are you going to give them to me? What messages do you have, please, for November 25th through 28th, 2019, for all individuals already aware they're on an ascension journey and going through an awakening process, please? What messages do you have? Whoa, here they are. Both of them? I was told yes. The end of a tough cycle approaches. This is a full moon and Capricorn card. Some of you are moving out of your place of employment. You finally are getting away from all of the chaos and hectic, whatever it is that's going on at your workplace, and you're being pushed into a new place. That's some of you, what the cycle is talking about. For others of you, this is talking about love and romance, a new cycle in love and romance, sexier times, a lot of flirtation, a lot of light or something coming to, sparks is what I'm hearing. Okay, sparks coming into play now. Okay, and I'm hearing that don't let your pride get in the way, but I'm hearing like don't let your ego get to you and push people away because of past experiences that you've had, and not being accepting of things that are better for you because you think you're not good enough or what have you. But I feel like this is a lot about ego-ish things that need to be set to the side. That shadow side of you that needs not be sat to the side. Take a look at and not sat to the side. But make sure you're working on those fears, insecurities, doubts, anything that you have like that. Maybe make a God box so that you can put those things on a piece of scrap paper and put them into the box and ask that the universe and angels and your higher self takes that. But I'm going to read what the Moonology book says real quick about these cards. The tough end of a cycle. Full moon of Capricorn. 86. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. So that was what I was seeing. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card may be a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true. Without being ruthless with a love question, or without being ruthless, period. Okay. With a love question, this card can be called to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Release control and trust the universe. Okay, so that's what that one's about. Tough end of a cycle. And then don't let your pride get in the way. That's a full moon in Leo. Let me see what this one has to say. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of a big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. So, like I was talking about with those triggers, when they come up, make sure like you're coming from a place of love and not from a place of the ego because you want to be right. It's not about being right all the time, but moving past being right or wrong, but into being yourself and letting your feelings out and being okay with that. However, doing those things in a loving, kind way and letting people know you triggered me. And it's not about you that triggered me, but let me get to the part that I need to heal and be me. So 2020, I was told to tell you guys, yeah, it says, if you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help you with your relationships. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Self-esteem is good, vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic. A friendship may be ending. Okay, so that's what that has to do with. Are there any more Moonology cards that would like to come out? Okay, I was told no. Not at this time, I heard. Universe, what messages do you have for November 25th through 28th, 2019 for all individuals already aware they're on an Ascension Journey and going through an awakening process, please? What messages do you have? Third eye chakra. It is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. I feel like there's just a lot of people coming on to online with using their crown and third eye to like connect with things. And so, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Nick came in and kind of threw me off. I've never made a video in front of him, and he comes in with this like really big Twix, so really threw me off. But anyway, so what I'm feeling about this is like a lot of people are really coming online with their like being able to see things when they're meditating. So this is like seeing more energies, and I'm seeing like the fluorescent colors and stuff. So some of you might be connecting to like those psychedelic dimensions or whatever I call psychedelic dimensions. And then there's a lot to do with numbers. A lot of people are starting to pick up on seeing numbers. Copper, get down. Get down. Anyway, something to do with picking up on seeing different numbers, and I'm seeing a journal. So somebody needs to write down these numbers or something to do with some kind of codes. And I don't know if they're codes you're going to be giving somebody in the future, but they're codes that need to be written down. I don't only write codes down when I'm told to, and it's usually because eventually they'll be shared with other people. So I would assume that that's what they're referring to at this point. What other messages do you have, please, for November 25th through 28th, 2019? Listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. I'm feeling like flutters in my heart again, so a lot of people might be getting activations to their heart chakra. It makes sense with everything that's going on in the reading. Taking a look at your shadow side and seeing the egoish stuff that's coming up as it's coming up, or seeing your part playing out in it as well as the other person's, but taking a look at yours and not trying to feel right. Something to do with not feeling right. Okay, there's something to do with like people connecting with Atlantis again. This came up, I think it was Monday. Anyway, something to do with Atlantis and connecting with that connection, something to do with inventions and bringing things to the forefront. So a lot of you are having some kind of ideals that are coming in, because I'm seeing like a tablet with all kinds of information on it, and people starting to jot down like different numbers, different formulas, things like that. If you know what this is talking about, send me a message because I'm curious. I've had some things that's came up like this in the past that I've journaled about, so maybe we're supposed to work together. But anyway, if you have something to do with the Atlantis connection and something to do with inventions, yeah, seek me out. Are there any more of these cards that would like to come out? No. What cards? Animal Spirit Guides, what messages do you have for November 25th through 28th, 2019, please? For all individuals already aware they're on an Ascension Journey and going through an awakening process. What messages do you have? Dog. Your loyalty and faithfulness is misplaced by serving too many masters. I'm not getting anything off of this. The only thing I'm seeing is like when you're in meditation, focusing on maybe one ascended master or a couple that you would work with together, instead of focusing on just connecting with many or the collective. Like focus on one specific place, one specific ascended master, one whatever. Yes, okay. Some of you may be cheating on somebody too there, because I'm feeling like a disconnect from like loved ones, or something to do with cheating on somebody. So that may be why this secret card came up in the beginning, having to do with finding out secrets about somebody cheating on you. I'm hearing yes. Okay, and then I'm also getting upper chakras and solar plexus. So this is about taking your power back and yeah, taking your power back. So that might have a lot to do with, and it's on the end of a tough cycle approaches. So that might be another reason why that came up too. The whole thing with the cheating and relationships needing to end, or vice versa. It could go the opposite way too. What other, am I supposed to take this one? Okay. Hawaiian owl. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. Some of you are starting to see coins being left out on the floor or around your bedroom, something of that sort. This is also something to do with people seeing things in the clouds. They're starting to get like signs in the clouds. I'm seeing like different symbols and things like that. So some of you may be connecting with your ancestors in that way. Some of you are starting to hear audible voices of somebody. I don't know if it's necessarily your ancestors, but they're starting to connect with audible voices from somebody. Okay, somebody has some kind of board that they're playing with. It's kind of like a Ouija board or something like that. Instead of like connecting through like meditation and prayer and trusting in yourself or what have you, like I'm being told like that's okay for you to use that board or whatever. However, like it's time for you to start trusting in yourself. Something about trusting in what you're getting, instead of depending on that board and depending on whatever. I don't know. It's like a round board that I'm seeing. It has all kinds of letters and numbers, and I'm hearing psychic board. So I don't know who that's for, but are there any more? Okay. What other messages do you have, please, for November 25th through 28th? Thank you. Meerkat, get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. Connecting with your star family, your soul group. 666. Look that up. You can look it up on Sacred Scribes. And once again, I'm seeing the upper chakras, coming together with people and speaking your truth. The blue with the throat chakra. My legs want to sleep. I'm getting something to do with mirroring people too. So you might start mirroring gifts that others have, like those people that you're starting to connect with. You might mirror gifts with them. I'm hearing yes. 2828. And again, like I seen in the beginning of the video, like that pillar of light, like when you come together with these like soul family or what have you, or your twin flame even, and the gifts are coming online together. Like I'm seeing these pillars of light that are like shooting out of you, and like, or like the energies of the two coming together and shooting up and out, if that makes sense. And I'm also seeing like as those things happen, like there's something happening to the magnetic grid. And I don't know a whole lot about the magnetic grid, but I'm seeing the magnetic grid, and I'm seeing like a pole shift. I'm seeing like things completely turning on the poles. Yes, is what I hear, yes. Okay. Still don't understand that, but okay. Are there any more cards that would like to come out today? I heard no, so I'm going to go ahead and say the I am affirmations and end this video. The first one is I am willingness. The second one is I am gifted beyond measure. I am grateful for the gifts in my life. All right, guys. Have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, and follow if you don't already. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this reading or what's going on with you, because there's a lot going on with triggers. Like I said, that was like a big to-do in the whole first 15 minutes of this video. So just hang in there. It'll all be all right. Try not to be the person that's right or wrong, but be the person that's taking a look at themselves and trying to heal instead. Let go of the ego and the shadow side. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.